Hello and welcome to Mina's bookshelf. Today I'm walking you through a botanical tarot deck. It's called La Flora Tarot by Iara Cortes. This is the Kickstarter edition. It was a campaign that started a few months ago, and yesterday I finally received the deck and I was really looking forward to it. So it came in a top box. It's beautiful four-leaf clover motif that is also on the back of the cards. I didn't order a physical book. I received a PDF file for the book, but I think you can pre-order the deck at this point, that now that the campaign is over and the rewards have been shipped. I think you can also pre-order a physical book, a soft cover book. So this is the deck. Iara Cortes, by the way, is an illustrator and a graphic designer. These are the backs, and the deck has this, let's say, this vintage look. But the peculiarity of it, what really caught my attention from the beginning, is the fact that the creator used this visual technique that is called stippling. It will remind you of the pointillism, which was a branch of the Impressionism art movement. So the use of numerous little dots to create an image, and it's really striking, really stunning. The cardstock is, this is an extra card. It's smooth and it's kind of texture, I would say, almost like a linen finished, but kind of more waxy, more smooth than a, let's say, for example, a Pig in Other World, but just ever so slightly. They're very similar. And as far as the size is concerned, they're actually the same size. So for those of you who are cardstock fanatics, if you have the Pig in Other World, I would say they are very similar, if not the same, in size and texture of the cardstock. So they are slightly bigger than a traditional RWS. So I'm comparing it to the Centennial. So they're slightly bigger. No problem there. Let's take a look at the cards. There were a few extra cards on the bottom. I'm gonna just take a look at them right away with you, like some blank cards, and then we have La Flora, the Seeker, Luck, and an extra card with this beautiful four-leaf clover motif. I'm gonna adjust the light a little bit because now the sun is coming in with a vengeance right through my window. Okay. All right, let's begin. We have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. So as you can see, there is an inner frame here that cuts through the artwork. On top we have the Roman numeral, the name of the card on the bottom, and then on the sides we have the botanical name, Latin name. I see here Magnolia grandiflora, and then the common name, Magnolia. The Emperor, associated with the Arum concinatum, vulgar name, Italian Arum. Chariot. Strength. And number 8, associated with the Atropa Belladonna, commonly known as Deadly Nightshade. We have the Hermit, associated with the Anemone. Windflower, commonly known as Windflower. Wheel of Fortune. We also have some fauna represented here. Justice at 11. This is an iris. So for those of you who love very limited color palette use, this is just fantastic. Temperance, associated with peony. I'm glad the creator listed the name of the plant or flower the arcanum is associated with. So this is the tower, and we have a snake, and this is an hibiscus. I do own a few botanical decks in my collection, both tarot and oracle, but my knowledge of flowers is limited. It will be interesting to see how this deck reads. I haven't tried it yet, just opened the box. Judgment, Sambucus nigra, elderberry. So we are in the minor arcana, the Ace of Wands, and this is a Aloe brevifolia. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, a Lavaterra trimestris, which is a rose mallow. I found it interesting how the creator chose the this kind of artwork, this kind of pointillism, which is called stippling, I think, for both for a practical reason and intuitive reason, because these are images that are sourced from different artists, different eras. So there wasn't really anything that could tie in all the images together. So she chose the artistic medium to create that cohesive unity. Nine of Wands. It's not a deck for beginners, although I think that if you put your heart in learning a system or a different kind of visual representation of the minor and major arcana, you can learn, you can work with anything. But if you are looking for images that can give you intuitive hits, maybe this is not the deck for you. I do feel like this is more of a collector item. We have a Queen of Wands. Or a work deck for somebody who has a thorough knowledge of the tarot. It's inspired to the Rider-Waite-Smith system, in the sense that we have the 22 major arcana, the minor arcana divided in the traditional suits. We have the regular denomination for the core cards. But other than that, unless you have a very good knowledge of meaning, which I believe is what the author did, I believe that she associated specific plants and flowers to an archetype because of the qualities and the meaning of the flower of the plant themselves. So unless you have that kind of knowledge, it might be a little hard to use it as a work deck. Beautiful addition to my collection. Anyway. We are in the Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 10. This is a Camellia japonica. It's a Japanese camellia. Beautiful. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Knight. So no change in the names of the core cards. The Queen of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. So we're in the Cups now. 2 of Cups. This is Begonia Rex. 3 of Cups. It's a Lychnis coronata, catch fly. I don't know half of these plants, but I have to say, because I'm Italian, the Latin, the botanical name, the scientific name of the plant sounds more familiar to me than the English common name. Six of Cups. It's the Sterculia monosperma and Phoenix eye fruit. It's definitely a treat for people who are seriously interested in botany. I think botany is the term. Botanical science. I don't know if I just made up a word. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Let's see, what's the Queen of Cups? Is the Nepenthes villosa, known as Willows pitcher plant. King of Cups. And now we are in a sword suit, Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. This is the Sesbania grandiflora, known as Katurai. There's definitely a different variety of plants in this deck. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. This is an Aristolochia grandiflora, pelican flower. Totally new to me. Eight of Swords. I like this one. This is Mucuna diplex, and it's the velvet bean. Beautiful. I'm already thinking, running ahead with my mind, and see what clarifier tarot deck am I using in combination with this one, and what oracle decks I might possibly pair it up with. And I have to say, the black and white color scheme kind of tarot deck, it's not really common in my collection, and I do have an extensive collection. Um, the only totally black and white deck I can think of is the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Turian. Okay. The cardstock, of course, this kind of a linen finish cardstock is very flexible. It's not stiff, it's not too thick, it's very easily manageable. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reward came with a cute little pin. Okay, let's give it a shuffle. I do have small hands, but I can manage it. Awesome. Okay, let's pull a few cards. Maybe we can do a deck interview. All right, let's see. Let's ask the deck, what is the card in the deck that better represents the spirit of this tarot deck? What card in the deck better represents the spirit of this tarot deck? It's this one. The Eight of Swords. What is your strength? Is the Six of Swords. It might be a healing deck. It might be great as healing deck. What is your weakness? After all, plants and flowers have a healing power. The weakness is the Sun. Maybe too proud. There's a lionine quality to it. What are you here to teach me? What is this deck here to teach me? The Devil. This is the card that I normally associate with the tarot and the occultism. So probably learn how to hone my knowledge of this mystical tool. How can I better learn from you? The Five of Wands. We're going to butt heads in the beginning. This relationship will probably be a little conflictual, but brainstorming is always a good way to grow new ideas. And what is the outcome of our collaboration going to be? The Ten of Pentacles. Solid, grounded relationship. Very reliable deck. And I'm glad to see that. And unseen energy, Four of Swords. So I might need to take my time to get to know this deck. Probably I will need to put it down and look at it very carefully, calmly, before getting to work with it. And just out of curiosity, so as I said, the only black and white tarot deck that I have in my collection is Tarot of the Abyss. And it could be a great clarifying deck. If, for example, you would like to give this tarot deck a chance, but you find the lack of traditional pictures, illustrations a little intimidating, you can always use a clarifying deck. And this would be, not that it really matters in the end, you can use whatever deck you wish, but when decks have a common thread, whether that is the theme, the energy, or the aesthetics, the way they appear, the visual impact, this is a great one because it's in black and white. and it does work beautifully with it. The line work, the color scheme. Okay, great. If you think that maybe black and white or on black and white might not really work, although I think this is just superb. This is really great. You can always, let's see, what else use with it. I do have a few botanical decks. Definitely the Veleda Woods Tarot. It's too colorful and it clashes a little bit with that art style. Sorry about that. Maybe the Ophidia Rosa Tarot. Let's see how it looks. This is a possibility. Although I do feel like these two decks have completely different energies. But that's a possibility. I wish the creator of the Ophidia Rosa did what Mrs. Cortes did on this one. Give us the association of plant, flower, and card, either in the booklet or the guidebook or on the card itself. So this is another possible pairing. And then still in the, let's see, another monochromatic deck we might possibly use is the Edgewick Field Guide by Ciolo Thompson. And this is another botanical deck. Very simple drawings with a few splashes of watercolor. Let's see, maybe not really. There is a stark contrast between the like creamy antique paper look of the background in the La Flora Tarot and the stark white in this one. So definitely not. This is not a good match. What was I thinking? And I have to say, I do have an abundance of animal totem, animal spirit decks in my collection, but very few herbal or botanical decks. Another one could be the magical herb oracle that you could use as a second voice to clarify your readings, and it might lend itself to a good marriage of images and energies here. So this could be an option. This is a mass market deck, very affordable. Or, and this will be the last one I have in my toolkit, is the Enchanted Blossom by Carla Mora. Very colorful, but I have to say it looks good. There is something about the vintage look of these cards that really has a good visual combination with the La Flora Tarot, even if they are much more colorful. They also have butterflies, dragon butterflies. Okay, so this was a look at possible decks that might be used in combination with the La Flora Tarot. And if you are interested, I know that the creator has the pre-orders open. I don't know what the timeline for the delivery is going to be. The more I look at this combination, the more I love it. I do like the Tarot of the Abyss with the La Flora Tarot. So I'm not sure about the timeline for the delivery. She just recently started to ship the Kickstarter campaign rewards. Oh, just out of curiosity, another combination with the Pig Another World. Could that be a good match? Yeah, possibly. Why not? Why not? Okay. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and I might post another video later like I normally do to show how I worked with the deck. And this was a look at the La Flora Tarot by Ialuli Studio. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Please like, comment, and share if you feel inclined to do so. And see you next time. In the meantime, many blessings.